Welcome to the Tattoo Room Unfiltered. I'm the host with the most, Devon Leroy. Today I got my homeboy TaeBrooks on the couch. He's gonna talk about his clothing line, Afresh Culture, and he's gonna tell us the steps on how he got there, what got him started, his passion. Probably talk about a little life today and some of everything else on it. So we're gonna turn it over to the couch like we usually do. How you doing today, man?
What up, G?
Yes, sir. What's going on with you, Tay?
Can't complain, man.
Yes, sir.
Can,
Well, yeah, we
but I
always
ain't.
find something. Well, the first question I normally ask everybody is just where you from. You know what I'm saying? What it say on your birth certificate?
Well, birth certificate say Waukegan, cause just like everybody else around here, was born
Yeah.
at Victory, but from North Chicago.
Okay,
Yeah,
for sure,
yeah.
for
Born
sure.
and raised North Chicago High School, Novak King,
Yeah.
North School, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, so what was that experience like for you as a childhood? You know what I'm saying? It was a little background on
It
you
was
bringing
different,
up.
man. It was different than now. It was,
Yeah,
man, just growing up in North Chicago was really cool back when I was a kid, man. And we were all outside. We riding
yeah,
bikes.
yeah, yeah,
We
for
playing
sure.
kickball.
Yeah,
We just, leave out of the crib, come back, grab some lunch, leave back
yeah,
out of the crib,
yeah, yeah.
be out playing, come back, before it get dark.
Hmm.
And sometimes after it get dark, the kids on the block is outside playing hide and seek in the dark, but the parents knew where we were because we was just on the block,
Yeah,
house to house, yard to yard, and you know, it was just cool, man. It was lovely growing up in North Chicago.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Marion Jones summer camp?
No, but my first years
Yeah.
of remembrance, I lived in Marion Jones.
Oh, okay, for sure.
But I don't
Yeah.
recall ever being at the summer camp though.
Yeah, I remember going to summer camp one year
Yeah.
though. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. You
But
know what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
live right on 14th
At the Big
Street.
G Farms over there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I remember all that,
Yep,
man.
yep, yep.
Yeah. So, did you play any sports in high school or anything like that?
No, I did try out freshman and sophomore year. I got cut freshman year, made it to sophomore year.
Hmm.
Um, but I quit the team
Yeah.
in
What sport was that?
basketball.
Okay. Okay. For sure.
Yeah, it was a little it was really a pride thing
Yeah.
because I bust my ass to
Yeah.
make that team. 'Cause I was horrible
Yeah.
freshman year. My tryout was terrible.
Yeah.
I was nervous. It was
Yeah.
about 90 kids in there
Oh
trying to
man.
make the A and B team.
Yeah. No, we already knew who was
You,
making the
you,
team.
you know what I'm saying? You knew for the most part who was making the team,
Yeah, we knew
but
for sure.
the second year, man, I bust everything I had. There's a few people who can attest to it that, we talk about it sometimes, but like I had a flawless tryout.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was doing everything right. And when he told me that I'm making a team, but I'm in the third string, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. No,
but
that's
I'm
just
better than
temporary.
him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm the quiet. I didn't play the youth center league.
Okay. Yeah.
Stuff like that. I just came on because I just love hooping.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm better than him. I know
Yeah.
that
Now you
spot
just
should be
gotta beat him in
mine.
practice.
Things,
That's all.
and that's hindsight, right?
Uh-huh.
And if my pride didn't have the best of me, I'd have just,
Yeah.
be like, yo, I'm just going,
Yeah. Nah,
keep busting my butt
I was
and
taking
beat
it to him
whoever
in
in.
practice.
Exactly. That's what,
Yeah.
getting older, that's what
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
what
to
you gotta
myself.
do.
Like, I thought about that, like, dang, I should have really, like, went after that practice and just,
Mm-hmm.
who knows, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
know I was never the greatest hooper, but I knew,
Yeah. Well,
that-
everything happened for a reason.
yeah, it happened
You
for
know,
a reason.
because now you came up, you got your clothing line.
Yeah.
So if you would have been in the NBA, we wouldn't be blessed with the fresh culture right now. You know what I'm saying?
At least some college play.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
I'd have got, I would have only gotten better. There's a
Mhm.
lot of really, dope players on that team that was way better than me.
Yeah.
Way
Yeah.
better than me. But I knew I had value and I knew my trials was really dope. But like you said,
Yeah.
things happen for a reason.
Mm.
Stuff like that. We carve our own path
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
sense and to, make certain directions and we take
Yeah.
what direction we took and we just roll with it,
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Was you into art or anything in school?
I always been an artist.
Yeah, for sure.
Ever since I was a
Yeah,
kid.
so you could draw.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
for
My
sure.
family,
Yeah, I ain't know
the McAllisters,
that. Yeah, okay, yeah. I
the
know some of
McAllister
them.
signs, and what's happening.
Yeah,
That's my mom's dad's side of the family.
Okay.
They're all artists,
yeah,
and I guess I just picked up that gene. Of
yeah,
being an
yeah. I think it's
artist.
hereditary.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I just I had been drawing comics
Okay.
when I was a
okay.
kid.
Yeah. That's how it
stuff like
started.
that.
Yup.
That's how it starts, man. I love Batman
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah. Okay.
Spider-Man and Batman. I love Superman too. But Batman was my dude. I would
Yeah.
always draw, Ninja Turtles, things
Yeah.
like that. My first shirt I ever drew was a basic, like one of them white under
Mhm.
tees. I took some colored markers and drew
Yeah.
Michelangelo on a skateboard
Oh, okay, the Ninja
on a
Turtles.
white T-shirt. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, see, I used to draw them because they was just easy at
they
the
were kind
time.
of easy
Yeah,
to
yeah,
draw.
it was easy.
Yeah.
The Simpsons.
As
I
soon
used to
as,
always draw the Simpsons
yeah.
too. You know, what I'm saying I could real quick with them.
But
So
comics like Batman, them the comics are
yeah,
hard to draw. That takes
yeah, yeah,
some
yeah,
real
yeah. A little
technical
bit hard. Yeah,
skill.
yeah.
But I wanted to do that when I got older. I wanted to
Okay,
be a comic
yeah,
book artist.
yeah. Okay, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the same thing my son talking about.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I try to cultivate that because you know I'm an artist too. So
yeah. Right,
uh,
exactly.
but that's what I find dope. You know what I'm saying? So you probably took that passion and transformed it over into the clothes.
hmm
So when did you start getting into clothing and starting to transition over
Um,
to wanting to make clothes?
I always wanted to do it.
Well, yeah, because you was just
Ever
talking
since I
about that
did that one
T-shirt.
shirt,
Yeah.
I always wanted to do it, and I used to always, even when I got a little older, into adulthood, I would doodle
Mhm.
little logos, trying to figure out like what would
Yeah.
the name of my clothing brand be.
Okay. Yeah.
Would it be TaeBrooks or,
Yeah. Yeah.
and try to like,
Yeah.
scribble it out like Carl Kanai,
Okay. Yeah.
like
Yeah. Get
a
it. I'm
little signature
understanding.
or
Yeah. Get a
whatever,
signature on there, man.
and just stuff like that. And just trying to figure it out. But, life happens and then, you get older, stuff like that. But around 2013,
Hmm.
I was working part-time at Starbucks.
Okay.
And 'cause I was working a sales job. Well, we always say we work a little. No, I was
Yeah.
working a sales job that I didn't really have great insurance, and so I was like, well, I'm gonna work at Starbucks, get a little extra money, and
Yeah.
get my insurance for my family and everything. But we used to make tip. We make tips,
Okay. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I took my tips, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start this whole T-shirt thing. So I
Okay.
took my tips and I got my first run of T-shirts, and the shirt said YOLA, which stood for You Only Live Again. This is around when Drake had made
Yeah.
YOLO popular,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So it was based off of 2 Corinthians 5:17. He that is in Christ becomes a new creature. All things have passed away. Things pass away. All things become new. I'm paraphrasing,
Yeah.
but that's what it's based on, and it became a little hood famous. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
For sure.
It
For
was
sure.
I was doing little events, and I would have my table, and
Yeah.
this one shirt became another shirt, another color, things like that. Did a couple
Yeah.
kids shirts and stuff like that, so it became a thing, and then all from the tips from
Yeah.
Starbucks. I wasn't making money. I was just pretty much recycling it back into it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then
Yeah. Getting the feel for it. Getting your feet
exactly.
wet. Yeah.
Yep. And then it died down because trendy words die down,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then life continued to happen or whatever, and I just let it go. And then fast forward to 2017, I got back into it again, and Afresh Culture was born.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yep.
so that's what sparked the idea to come up with the name.
So my homeboy Wiley Simmons,
Hmm.
shout out to Wiley. He hit me up. He was like, "Yo, why'd you stop making T-shirts?
Yeah.
Man, that YOLA was dope or whatever." And I was like, "Nah." And I told him the same thing I just told you. Kind of played out, life happened, etc.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
man, you should do it again, man. You had something going.
Yeah.
I was
For
like,
sure.
I'll think about it,
Yeah.
And then later on that same day, a memory popped up on Facebook on one of my old YOLA shirts.
Okay.
And then my homeboy who lives out in Idaho was like, "Yo, just put on my YOLA shirt today."
Yeah.
And put a picture. I was like, "Huh?"
Signs. Yeah.
Right. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. So I went to the drawing board, and I came across this word Afresh
Okay. Yeah.
by this group called Jesus Culture, which is a contemporary Christian rock band. And I only came across them because they had a song called Fall Afresh.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I had never heard the word afresh before.
Yeah.
We all know fresh, but I never heard it afresh.
Yeah.
And so, I was like, huh. And I like the song a lot. It's a beautiful song. And so I looked it up, and it for the most part, it just means to start new,
Yeah.
begin
Okay.
again.
Yeah. That was gonna be the next question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you wake up afresh
Hmm.
to get the day going, things of that sort. And I was like, huh, that's a pretty dope thing. And I just thought more and more about it. And to me, to wake up afresh every day
Yeah.
is to wake, pray, give thanks, forgive, repent,
Okay. Yeah.
and stay fresh
Right. Right.
daily. And then I just added culture onto the word
Okay.
and fresh culture, and I just roll with it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that could be groundbreaking though, because when
yeah,
you think about it in the context, then it's like a new culture. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? To wake up a whole new culture and a whole new brand.
yeah, and to do
You know?
something,
Hmm.
like, a culture is just something that just, exists. It's what it is. Like black culture is just,
Yeah,
we just, our culture, is just something that we do.
yeah,
We just do this. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah, for
mean?
sure. Yeah, yeah,
It's no,
it's natural.
right. It's just natural. We
Hmm.
cool. We dope naturally.
Yeah,
Naturally, culturally, we are just dope people.
yeah, yeah, for
And it
sure.
just, to just me, it's just something that you just do. You don't think about it.
Yeah,
It's not something you put all this extra thought into. You just do it. It
yeah, you
becomes a
just
culture
being
for you.
yourself, really. You
Right.
know, and
So,
keeping your passion strong for it.
right.
Yeah,
So for me to give thanks every day and repent for the things that I do, and and practice forgiveness becomes culturally just something that I do within
yeah,
myself. It becomes second nature. You don't think twice about it. It's just something that you do.
yeah.
So yeah,
So you were saying life happened.
yeah.
So what's some things in life that happen if you don't mind?
Man,
Because I know, it's hard when you starting your own business because
yeah,
life does happen, and
yeah.
people don't understand. You don't get the vacation time and you know what I'm saying, the sick days to handle
Hmm.
life. You know what I'm saying. You miss business, you miss work and money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So, what's some few things that happen in life
Just
in that
man,
time for you?
just how can I say it? Um, Everyday life, the life that happened for me that kind of put me on hold was just like, I gotta focus more on what's best for my family,
Yeah,
right? My job situation wasn't the greatest. Like I said, I was working a sales job that really I wasn't really making any money, didn't have any insurance. I spent years looking for a job to replace that one.
yeah,
I'm married. I got a young boy who's diabetic. I'm needed to do certain things.
yeah,
And, with that being said, being a man and knowing that you got to do things, and my son's mom, who we were married at the time, she had started her brand,
yeah,
her business of being a interior designer was only becoming bigger and bigger. And
yeah.
of course,
Okay.
I was there for that, and it was inspiring as well.
Mhm.
Very inspiring, and to watch her grow, be there for the start of it. But I knew that there was something inside me
Yeah,
that I need to do. Like, and it's really dope when you have a talent,
mhm,
things that you just are naturally able to do, and that
yeah,
you can allow it to make money, to make you happy.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
just wasn't happy.
yeah,
I just wasn't happy. I was working jobs I don't want to work.
yeah,
I don't want to do these
yeah.
things.
You
Yeah, I
already
was.
know you got a talent too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm working from home, doing this job. I don't feel like calling people.
yeah,
And shout out to people who, if you love what you love what you do.
yeah, yeah, for
No
sure.
knocking that. Because if
Yeah,
you love
yeah,
what
you
you
ain't knocking
do,
that. Yeah,
that's what matters.
yeah.
For me, I hated what I did. I was hating life.
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah,
I love the life that I had, having my son and my wife and having a home and things like that. Those aspects. But just
yeah,
the just the personal side
yeah. To
of
be able to
me,
provide the way you wanted to.
I was hating
Yeah,
life. You know what I mean? And then you get stuck in your brain and stuff like that. But when Wally hit me up, that was a turning point, and I was like, and I started designing shirts and starting to get a little excited
yeah,
about what I was doing. And then in the beginning, it sucked really bad.
yeah,
I wasn't selling anything. I was
yeah,
spending more on like making sample T-shirts than it was selling anything. I probably sold a few shirts,
yeah,
between 2017 and 2018. I didn't sell much. I think I did like $300 in sales,
yeah,
you know, but how much I spent on trying to get a sample shirt for myself to take pictures in, and
yeah,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah. It was
damn,
way
I
more.
ain't made nothing,
Yeah, but
you
that's
know.
invaluable though. You need
Right,
that.
you
You know what I'm
need that.
saying?
I
Them
was
stepping
learning
stones.
still.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
learning, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? And then 2018, I was like, this ain't working. Something got to give, but I don't want
Yeah,
to give it up.
yeah, for
I
sure.
don't want to quit it. So I shut Afresh Culture down for 3 months.
Yeah.
I had those three signs
Hmm.
that one day. I shut it down
Yeah.
for 3 months.
Okay. Yeah.
Jesus had me destroy the temple for 3 days and rebuild it.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing. I felt like I was destroying the temple
Yeah.
and take those 3 months to rebuild it again. You know, and I went back to the drawing board. I was like, something's got to give. My designs ain't popping, they ain't doing what they need to be doing. I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
So I started studying other brands
Yeah.
that
For
I
sure.
liked.
Yeah.
You know, what's making these brands do what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you know, I was into fashion way back. You know, I
Mhm.
always wanted to do this stuff. I mean, like I said earlier, when you love something, you're
Yeah.
really into something, you don't mind doing the work
Yeah. Yeah.
involved around that.
It's not like going to work.
Right. So I love sneakers.
Yeah.
I worked at sneaker stores for years, you know, being an assistant manager,
Okay.
manager,
Yeah. Yeah. For
different
sure.
sneaker stores. I love sneakers, right? I love clothes. I worked at Merry-Go-Round and Lakehurst Mall when it was
Yeah.
Lakehurst Mall, you know, and I worked
Yeah.
there and used to use my discount to get clothes. I got clothes in other ways too
Yeah. 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 That's how
that I'm
we was
not
doing the
proud
malls,
of,
man.
but I would come to school
Yeah.
fresh, you
Yeah. I
know?
don't feel no way about it.
You know, you knew I
Hey.
worked the night before. If I came to school, you know,
Hey, man, look,
you know what I'm
we was
saying?
tearing them all up.
Yeah, you know, but and just, you know, I couldn't afford Carl Canal. I couldn't afford cross colors,
Yeah.
you know, Boss and stuff like that. But working at Merry-Go-Round, getting the discounts, able to, you know, buy some things, you know, be able to afford some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But just getting into that fashion, and I had to go look at all these different brands, look into the history of it. That's another thing that people, you know, got to do when they love something like these young rappers, you know,
Yeah.
young artists. Like, yo, yeah, you're not an old head, but still, you got to know where this stuff came from.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I had
yeah,
to go
do the
back and
research on the
exactly
history
do the
for things.
research. So I
Yeah.
had to go do the research, man, on what made these brands pop. And one thing I found was simplicity.
Yeah.
You know, one of the brands that I like, the Hundreds, and
Okay.
I read Bobby Hundreds was like, out of all the stuff that I did, the one design that sells the most is the one that just says the Hundreds.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I was like, and it is a very simple thing, just the
Yeah.
hundreds right across the chest. And remember I mentioned the whole wake, pray, forgive, give thanks, repent, stay fresh.
Yeah, yeah. For
Stay
sure.
fresh was in my head,
Okay, yeah.
you know, and so I took the stay fresh and I made it simple because, you know, stay is 4-letter word, and then fresh is a 5-letter word. So I took out the e in the fresh and I made it symmetric, you
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah, 'cause a lot of people don't like all the tags
all
on
that
the
extra
clothes and
stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sometimes it's dope depending on what it is, but it's
Mhm.
the simplicity, man. And I decided to go ahead and I did a pre-order for some new era snapbacks that just said "Stay Fresh" on it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna give this
okay.
thing a go. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give it another go. Open my website back up, put the pre-order out there,
Yeah.
and it went crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
And I
yeah.
was like, oh snap!
Yeah, yeah, something real
I think I
simple.
figured it out. And the hats went. I had to re-up on the hats. Then
Yeah.
it went into different color hats, hoodies, different
Yeah.
color hoodies, and into t-shirts.
Yeah.
And it went from there. I went from $300 in sales from 2017 to 2018 to almost just under 10,000
Yeah.
in sales in 2019.
Okay,
Just
yeah,
me
for
doing
sure.
it part-time, doing it, you know, on
Yeah,
the side
yeah.
or whatever, you know, still working a full-time gig. And then it jumped dramatically in 2020 to like 45.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, which is really dope. Like, dang, I got something. So I
Yeah,
figured
for
I
sure.
figured it out, and yeah, it's just been
Yeah.
it's been going from there.
So when did you get the store in the mall? When did you open that up?
The store in the mall was open in July of 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a couple years after launch of the
Yeah.
clothing line.
Yeah.
So what was that experience like for you?
It was dope to
Yeah.
start. It was
Yeah.
really dope. The opening day, the day we opened up, it was crazy
Mhm.
how much people rocked with us.
Yeah.
I knew that people was rocking with me, and that the one thing that I will say, you know, people will say stuff like, "Oh, the people from your hometown, you won't get the support,
Yeah.
you know, from your hometown, blah blah blah." But I will say this: when you provide dope service,
Mhm.
dope quality, and dope product, people recognize it.
Right.
And
right.
I recognized it because I know how I like my shirts to feel, right? I
Yeah,
know how I
yeah.
like my hoodies to feel. and
Yeah.
everything. I'll go into Target, going to Old Navy, filling T-shirts and
Yeah.
all kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Just like,
yeah.
how
Yeah,
that
he
feel,
one of
dog.
them. Got your hands all over the shit
You
and
know what I'm
merchandise,
saying?
man.
Right, right. Just rubbed all over it. How does this feel, nah? But
Yeah,
was that Martin when on Bad Boys he was on that X? He
yeah.
was rubbing the stuff. Oh, this feel
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. It's all right. He's tripping in there, man. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Put that shit down, man.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But that's just how it was. So when I learned that, and one dude said to me, this is before the store opened up. He was like, "Hey, man, I saw him out one day in the summer. I forgot when this was, but it was before the store opened up." He was like, "Hey, Tay, man,
Yeah.
we see you out there. We see you, man. We rocking with you, bro. You doing
Yeah.
dope stuff." But on top of that, people from the area, you see them around wearing Stay Fresh hoodies and
Yeah, yeah.
ball caps. They're like, "Yo, this is the hat I take out of town with me all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my airport hoodie."
Yeah,
Stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
I'm
for
like, that's
sure.
dope because I got airport hoodies. I'm like, I go
Yeah,
to, I
yeah.
go to
Yeah,
the
you gotta
airport
have your
hoodies. You gotta
airport
have
gear right.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm stepping in there fresh.
And then it starts conversation. Yo, what does
Yeah.
that mean? And you get to tell them what it means to you, or what you think it means, or whatever the case is. Stay Fresh was a double entendre. To me, it was what I told you about what Stay Fresh meant to me.
Yeah, yeah.
But
for
also
sure.
like, yo,
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
fresh.
Fresh, yeah.
I got this
In
dope
the moment,
hoodie
you know
on.
what
I
I'm
got my,
saying? Yeah.
my kicks on. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
fresh.
Yeah,
And I
yes,
stay
sir.
like this.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it
That's
means.
right.
Yeah, that's what it
So
means.
double meaning to it. That's the old rapper in me. Making the double meanings out of stuff.
Yeah.
But so it really like blew me away how much people from the area rocked
Yeah.
with us because people were outside the store waiting for it to open on opening day.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And
yeah,
that was
that's
like
love.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's love.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That whole first
Is
weekend
that
was
something you expected?
no.
Or not? Okay, for sure.
Didn't know
for
what
sure.
to expect. I didn't put
Yeah.
any expectations on it.
Okay, yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't put
that's a
any
good way to go
expectations on
about
it.
it.
I just know that I really wanted to do well. We didn't expect to be there anywhere past 3 months because it's supposed to be a
yeah.
3-month pop-up,
Okay, yeah, yeah, I got you.
but it ended up going longer than that.
Yeah, so like a test run.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
ended up going longer, which was really dope, and it did really well up until it ran its course.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. How long did you have it?
The store still exists,
Yeah,
but I bounced.
yeah. Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
I bounced around May of this year.
Yeah. What happened? What made you leave?
Without throwing anybody
Yeah.
under the bus, I will say, how can I put this the best way without causing? Because I'm not a person that causes.
Well, I mean,
friction
you
is
know,
no
what
matter
happens.
right. No matter how
And
mad
it's
I
just
am
business
or
is
whatever.
Business, yeah.
Jealousy, backstabbing, ego played a part in it.
Yeah.
It started off with 3 of us. We added one more dude, so it was 4 of us.
Yeah.
One of us is left at the store.
Yeah.
So we can do whatever math there.
Yeah.
But I hope the store does well. I mean that with all my heart.
yeah.
I don't know how it's going. I haven't stepped foot back in there.
Yeah, for sure.
It does sadden me because Local Heroes started because I had an idea
Yeah.
to do a pop-up. This is before COVID, to do a pop-up.
Okay. Yeah.
And I wanted to call it Local Heroes. And did it in Waukegan. And I want to get other local clothing brands to come in. So I got
Yeah.
Stick Talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Shout out to Pint.
yeah.
And my guy Randall had a brand called Regal and Royal. And then Darnell, who started a brand called No Logo.
Okay.
So
yeah.
the pop-up I did, that was his first day out.
Yeah.
I think he did pretty well at the pop-up. I did really well. I think everybody did pretty decent.
Yeah.
That was the local part of it. The hero part was I told everybody we got to take 10% of our sales and donate it to a local
Yeah.
nonprofit of some sort. So we end up taking our sales. I know, and I was a trust factor. I said, I'm not going to come get your money. Here's a cash app for Elite Striders.
Yeah.
Send them 10% of your sales.
Yeah.
So I sent my 10%. Hopefully everybody else did too. But that was the hero part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
COVID happened, no more pop-ups.
Oh, okay.
COVID, the world opened back up again. I'm like, yo, let's get this pop-up back, back jumping again. And then Darnell had a plug to be in the mall.
Okay.
So
yeah.
we saw it and we was like, okay, this might work out. 3 months, we probably able to swing this. and it happened.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. So it did really well. It was a blessing, you know,
Yeah.
because we're able to grab another demographic of people,
Mm-hmm.
you know, who didn't know
Yeah, yeah,
about us, didn't know about a fresh culture, didn't know about the other brands, and gain another fan base. I was able to
yeah,
be hella creative. I was already being creative, but like, you know, my mind was going. You know,
yeah,
I
yeah,
had to be fresh every week. Like, you know,
yeah.
what shirt am I gonna put out this Friday?
And then you got other designers in there with you too.
Bouncing around
Yeah.
ideas and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, which was really cool. It was like an incubator of
Yeah,
sorts.
yeah, for sure.
You
Got
know,
iron
really.
sharpens iron in that
Exactly,
moment.
exactly, and that's the other thing too,
Yeah.
because like I would look at like my guy Brad. Shout out to Brad. Shout out to Lewis. That's Lejour
Mm-hmm.
and Story Studios.
Okay,
Those are
yeah.
my other guys. You know, I would look at them, right, and like Brad
Yeah.
would put out something dope, right,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'd be like, I gotta go back to
Yeah.
my laptop real quick and
Yeah.
because that's dope right there. You know,
Yeah.
that right
Yeah.
there he did was dope. I would tell Lewis sometimes. I would say to him, I don't like you right now.
Yeah.
That shirt you just put out was dope as hell.
Yeah, yeah, no, but that's the good part about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what the part. You know, now you gonna go back, bring something back. He gonna do the same thing. Like, oh, I
Right,
gotta. So you know what I'm saying? It's never gonna be enough, but it's pushing the culture for the store though.
right.
You know what I'm
Healthy
saying? Yeah,
competition,
yeah,
not competition, but
yeah.
healthy competition.
Mhm.
Just like a Wu Tang, you know, them
Yeah,
dudes would be like, "Yo, meth came with it. I got to go back and rewrite my rhyme.
yeah,
Mine
yeah,
ain't tough
yeah,
enough."
yeah,
You
yep,
know, just
yep.
stuff like that. You
And
know,
tighten that shit up
tighten
real
that up a
quick.
little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
but there's also the no, take that word out and put this word there instead.
Yeah,
You know, oh, that sounds even doper.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Stuff like that. Oh, don't
Mhm.
say it like that. Say it like this.
Yeah,
So you got that factor in there too. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
so it was a blessing.
yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
I will never knock that.
Yeah, no, you know, you can't. That's
Yeah,
all part of the learning experience.
right, right.
You know, so everybody went their separate ways pretty much. And so where's it leave you at? You take Brooks and a fresh culture.
I started off as just online and doing pop-ups. So I
Yeah.
went back to online and
Mhm.
pop-ups.
Okay.
Been doing pop-ups sporadically throughout the summer.
Okay.
Um, Me, Lewis, Brad,
Mhm.
and then our other guy, Reggie Vachon, who has a brand called Utica Blue, because he
Okay.
grew up on Utica
Yeah.
in Waukegan.
Yeah.
And we did a pop-up together in Chicago at this pop-up event called The Market. It was
Mhm.
really dope.
Okay. For
Really,
sure.
really dope day. We killed it. We
Yeah.
all we all brought out some new shirts, put up a tent.
Yeah.
Well, our tent was rocking.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
It almost felt like that first day
Yeah.
at Local Heroes. Our
Okay.
tent
Yeah.
was
Back.
jumping,
Yeah. For sure.
and we were very happy. And so we decided that we're gonna keep doing this.
Mhm.
So November of this year, we're aiming for, because we already got signed a lease. We're just waiting for the keys for the first the tenant that's in there now to be out.
Yeah.
But next door to Jerkinmore on Genesee Street in Waukegan
Yeah.
is going to be our spot.
Okay.
It's
For
going to
sure,
be
for
called
sure.
If You Know, You Know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's going to be our studio
Yeah.
slash boutique.
Yeah.
We're going to be open exclusively one weekend out of the month. The rest of the month will be closed to appointment only, but also renting it out for
Yeah.
other people to do pop-ups, photo shoots, and whatever else people want to bring out for like
Okay.
different events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing that with it, but the rest of the time will be closed. And like I said, one week out of the month, like first or third weekend out of the month, something like that, we'll open up everything we've been working on.
Yeah.
Boom, have an event, some drinks,
Yeah.
little food here and there, but boom, it's an event, and we'll do
Yeah.
that every month, one weekend out of the month,
Okay,
and
for sure.
it's gonna be dope. So we're working on it right now,
Yeah.
and yeah, if you know, you know.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. You ever thought about doing fashion shows with y'all brands?
We haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah.
I've done a fashion show
Mm-hmm.
before we even had the store. I did a
Yeah.
fashion show that was out here in Waukegan. I forgot the name of the place that it was at. It was pretty dope though.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it was super dope. My first time ever doing one.
Yeah, that'll get your brand
Yeah.
out there too, like that. You know what I'm saying? It's good advertisement, nice
Yeah.
time for you.
Oh, it was
You
hella
know what I'm
dope.
saying? Yeah. So, you know, so just I just try to help out, you know what I'm saying, with the little marketing part of
Yeah.
everything too. So
Yeah, it's always something in the back of the head to do
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, cause a couple of my homies they was doing it in the city.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, he had it's Kingswear brand,
Okay.
and so like I support the brands. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
'Cause I don't really like the Gucci and all that. I'd rather spend my money with you. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, than do that because I don't really know them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So like how important is it for you to get the proper material? Because that's the biggest difference between like the high quality
Mhm.
and like the regular clothes or people just starting out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like how important and how hard is it to obtain that type of quality?
It's not hard. There's a
Yeah.
lot of blank manufacturers out there
Hmm.
that provide blanks to brands
Yeah.
like mine, and you'd be surprised on how some more other well-known brands
Hmm.
use these other companies as well.
Yeah.
You have your other ones like Fear of God, where Jerry Lorenzo has his own shop
Yeah.
in LA, where he has his own workers that we pay really good because it's the U.S. It's like the sweatshop in Korea or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
You know, there's U.S. workers in there in his shop, and they're creating things from scratch. But you get other people out there who do use a lot of the same blank companies
Yeah.
that I use, and so on. And we know it because we touch it. We're like, oh, it's the same. You know what I
Man, we
mean?
on the same level,
Yeah, it's the
man.
same
Y'all
joints. You know what I
playing.
mean? But they're
Yeah.
more known and their price is a little bit higher, or whatever. But it's super important because when I first started doing this, um, it was important to me to have the shirts that I used to feel at Old Navy
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Target,
Yeah.
soft, lightweight,
Hmm.
nice fitting, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, some people said my shirts end up becoming their gym shirts because they
Yeah.
felt good on their body when they worked out or
Yeah.
stuff like that. I've hooped in some of my shirts,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know,
For
things like that
sure.
because they feel good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're so soft and lightweight. But that was important to me. And people, and when you hear the feedback, oh man, I love how the shirts feel.
Yeah.
You know, as I got older in doing this, I gravitated to some different shirts because I did want my brand. I set my brand as streetwear, and I
Okay.
want my brand to feel more streetwear and less like it came from Old Navy or
Yeah.
Target. I need to feel like it came from like that shirt is supposed to cost
Yeah.
$50 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. For
You know what I
sure.
mean? And so along the way, I started researching and finding, you know, companies that provided the shirts
Hmm.
or the blanks that I needed to feel that way. And then when I gave it the first try, the hoodies I've been using the same hoodie for like 5 years
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it wasn't broke.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So now I have used some other heavier weight, better quality hoodies
Hmm.
where I would like, okay, this is going to be a little bit more of an expensive hoodie.
Yeah.
It feels more premium,
Yeah.
you know. So I would do those from time to time, but my staple hoodie has always been the same one.
Okay.
But I did switch up my shirts because I wanted a different feel for it. And when I did that first run of this shirt, and people were like, "Yo, just feel like some fear of God,"
Yeah.
you know, like this is dope, man.
Yeah.
And I undercut myself with the price when I sold it. I was like, man, this shirt I would have ended up paying, you
Yeah.
know, 50, $60 for this shirt from somewhere. But so
Hmm.
that let me know that
Yeah. What you
I
could
was
get.
undercutting
Yeah.
myself, you know, and I knew how much work I was putting into my designs,
Yeah.
and I touch everything
Yeah. For
for
sure.
the most part. There's
Yeah.
some things I outsource, but for the most part, I touch every single thing. If
Yeah.
anybody gets a shirt from me, there's a lot of love
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
shirt, a
They just
lot of
put them
love in
hands
that
all
hoodie.
over that mud.
For
Yeah.
real, you know,
Yeah.
I put my hard work into that shirt being made. I didn't 9 times out of 10 that shirt didn't go somewhere else to get made.
Yeah. Yeah. It's made in
Them
house.
blanks came to me,
Yeah.
and I did them.
Yeah. For
The
sure.
inside tag, if it had the paint on it,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. The printing, I did that.
Yeah. For
So
sure.
you're getting
For
something that
sure.
was made with tons of love,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and passion. You know what I mean?
So you put your
So,
own tags on too?
yeah,
Yeah, that's dope.
I do all of it, man. And
Yeah, I like that.
I do outsource some things depending on time
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and how many I want to get done. Maybe I just don't have a time to get this many done or whatever. But I have some resources that can get things done for me at decent prices and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
but I put a lot of thought and care into making sure that this shirt feels right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It can't just be a Gildan heavy shirt. That shirt's gonna shrink in the washer, in the
Yeah,
dryer.
yeah, 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 for sure.
I don't want them to get my shirt and they
Yeah.
paid X amount of dollars for it, and that mug shrink, and now it's a size and a half too small.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll piss me
Yeah,
off.
them the
You know
$5
what I mean?
joints, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't do that.
Yeah.
I got to buy a shirt that costs that's more expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
So of course my price goes up, but when you get it, you know you bought a $45 shirt that probably should have cost a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From other people.
Mm-hmm.
So it is really important, and I had to listen to everybody else who was like, "Yo, this shirt's amazing.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
shirt's amazing. This shirt didn't
Yeah,
shrink."
customer feedback.
You know?
Yeah, yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much,
So
yeah.
man.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's part of why I'm doing the podcast. Like I'm getting a lot of business owners, black, brown. You need some white people too,
Mhm.
but it's just we building our own nation. So a
Mhm.
lot of people they get stuck that you got to be entertainers or sports stars or whatever. But here you are, you got your clothing line, and you taking it steps further. And you opening up stores with it. You know what I'm saying? You teaching people.
Mhm.
So it's a lot more going on to it. So
Yeah.
I just want to applaud you, give you your flowers real quick before
you,
I
bro.
forget. You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying,
it,
in the
man.
interview. So, you said you was also a sneakerhead too.
Yeah.
You see yourself coming up with some Afresh Culture sneakers for us?
I would love.
I mean, you might make Kanye mad though, man. He running the sneaker game for the culture
Man,
right now. But
I would love, man.
yeah.
I'm such a big fan of when clothing designers
Mhm.
are able to do collaborations
yeah,
with major sneaker brands, like the ones I'm wearing right now. If you
Yeah.
can see it in the camera, but this is Sean
Yeah, yeah.
Witherspoon. You know, he did this with Adidas,
yeah.
and I love this joint, man. This is made out of all recycled material,
Okay.
a bunch of different colors. It's called Super Earth. Let's step on some tape.
Yeah.
It's called
slide
Super
to the
Earth.
side.
Yeah, I throw it away soon. But that because made all
Okay, yeah.
materials, and the inside is cork. The insole is cork.
Yeah.
But he's a super dope designer.
Mhm.
You know, Joe Fresh Goods,
Yeah.
Bricks and Wood. Of course, Kanye West. You got Kith. You got Bodega. Union be doing stuff with Jordan all the time. You know,
Yeah,
Bodega
okay.
does stuff with New Balance. Joe Fresh Goods with New Balance.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to do an Adidas forum,
Yeah.
a
yeah.
forum low. I would love to do a New Balance 550, even though a lot of people are wearing 550s now. I got a bunch of them myself, but
Yeah.
I love the shoe. It's
Yeah.
classic, it's simple, but you can do some dope things with it if given the
Yeah.
opportunity as a designer to do it. You know, leaders out in Chicago, they did a Adidas Forum High
Okay.
top that was really dope. I have it at the crib too. And just when designers are able to get those, especially, you know, our black designers,
Mhm.
you know, get their foot in the door with that stuff and they're
Yeah.
able to do it. Like Joe Fresh Goods is really dope because he brought in a team of black designers to work with him when he's doing stuff with New Balance.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and I think that's super dope.
Yeah.
You know, so I would love the opportunity. Everybody wants
Yeah.
to do a Jordan, right, or a Nike or whatever, but I want to do
Well,
some
yeah.
of the
Well,
other
the
joints,
other brands and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
I would love to do an Asics.
Yeah.
You know,
some K-Swiss
you
or
know what I'm
something.
saying? Yeah, it'll be crazy, bro. You remember when people was wearing K-Swiss around here all the time?
Yeah, I used to rock K-Swiss a little bit.
Yeah.
I had a couple of them, like my little dress-up shoes. A little
Yeah.
bit. I'll put them on, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, there was a little plain. I just had the black ones or the white ones.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Instead of wearing church
The low
shoes, I'll put
tops.
them on. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, yeah I definitely wear them.
Yep.
But, I mean, like, your own shoe brand. You know what I'm saying?
It-
Like, I don't be worried about Nike. Them. Like,
Yeah.
like for me, I say Kanye because, like, I like how he got away from Adidas. And now
Yeah.
he trying to make the Yeezys the Yeezys. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? There's no Adidas or nothing. Even
Yeah.
for with Jordan. Those are Jordans now.
Right.
That's his.
Right.
You know what I'm
It's,
saying?
you know,
It's
he's
not
backed
even-
by Nike, but they gave him his own.
Nah, they ain't got nothing to do with Nike.
Yeah.
Nike get the retros. But all of the ones that come out, like the
Well, it's all Jordan brand.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
all
even the
Jordan
old
brand.
Jordans
Yeah.
are still Jordan brand.
But they get
Yeah.
a percentage of the retros.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's the only deal they got with them.
Yeah.
Other than that, they don't got no.
And it's dope
brands
that
with 'em.
Mike does that because Mike has
Mhm.
hired a lot of black people to come on
Well, yeah,
to Jordan
That's the motto
as
you know,
well,
yeah.
which is dope. And people don't talk about that enough. You know,
Mhm.
they bring up Mike or whatever, but no, Mike has put on for black folks
Yeah.
and people that he grew up with or who has been important to his life and things
Yeah.
like that.
Well, yeah, because that's
Yeah.
what naturally happens. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's nepotism. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That's why I used to tell everybody when I had the little jobs and shit, the factory jobs. Like, I never got mad, you know, if they come in and you see the white people pretty much, they own everything that you're working
Mhm.
with. So
And they have a boys
you
club.
you get married. Now the son-in-law, he got a new job and he your manager now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he got a math degree, and y'all are
Right.
here doing other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with math.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
But he the manager and the boss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got the sister-in-law. She ain't got no degree. She
Right.
the manager. But they want
Right.
to tell you gotta have a doctorate just to be, you know what I'm saying, hired in completely.
Right.
And so but that's just nepotism. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But when you flip it, it doesn't matter what color in there. They usually fill it up with their people. The
Mhm.
Chinese people do it.
Yeah.
The Spanish people do it all the time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
we the only ones that really don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so like, you got plans on like bringing the kids into it as they get older?
So, funny you say that.
Mhm.
I don't know how much I can talk about it, but there's an organization out here that is bringing me on
Yeah.
to create a curriculum
Mhm.
and teach the class
Okay, for sure.
on how to create their
Yeah.
own streetwear brands.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm really excited about it because it's something that I want to do for a very,
Yeah.
very long time.
Yeah, that'd be dope, man.
And yeah, I get to teach them about the history of it.
Yeah.
You know, the different things that play a part in black culture, like Fresh Prince, Martin,
Yeah.
Spike Lee movies, you know, in hip hop
yeah,
and everything
we might
that
have to get
that
you over here into the school too.
yeah, you know what I'm
'Cause,
saying? That
that's what we doing not a performance, but a trading art school.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? In this building, we gonna set it up.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, like tattoos, barbers, mothers do hair, they make wigs.
Yeah.
Lady here, she does nails. 2 doors down does nails. So it's just like you could teach people.
You could teach people.
And then like you know how we are, we
Yeah.
artists, but a lot of artists don't get to make money. You
Mhm.
know, so now I damn sure ain't never finna be no starving artist.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Right,
them
right.
two words don't even mix to me.
Right.
You know,
right.
so, but yeah, I never even thought about the clothing aspect.
Yeah,
of it, You
man.
know what I'm saying? That'd definitely be something to look into too.
Yeah, I
'Cause
know there's a
we
lot
probably
of talent
connect
out
that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of
yeah,
talent out
put
here.
that
There's
together.
enough to go around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can't get stuck in the I can't show you this because you're going to take away from me. There's enough to go around.
Yeah, nah, it shouldn't be like
It
that
shouldn't
because
be-
it's like you was with your homeboy. He come in with a shirt today. Oh man, I'm finna come in with a shirt tomorrow, bro. You ain't just finna keep coming up with shirts on me.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And then,
I'm
'cause-
Tay. I'm a fresh
Yeah,
culture.
man.
I ain't this is no you.
Yeah,
You mother. No, but
Yeah, that's
but
all
yeah.
it should do though. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Exactly.
And
Each
then-
one teach one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah, I'm excited about that, man. I'm putting together the curriculum for it.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that they came to me about it. So you'll hear more as it gets closer and everything. I just don't know how much I'm supposed to say about it.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
it's gonna be really
Yeah,
dope.
when the time
and
right, we'll get you back.
yeah,
on
man.
talk
And
about it,
I'm
man. Yeah.
happy to
Yeah.
teach some young people how to do this, man. I'm still learning
Yeah.
myself too.
Nah,
which is
but
really
it-
great.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing
Yeah.
because like Daniel's son, Mr. Miyagi, you still gonna learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the fresh part of the culture. Just keep pushing it forward.
Yeah. It's
You know what
funny.
I'm saying?
Like I told them, I said I'm gonna Mr. Miyagi them.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Man,
come
that's all
in
I know.
and they're gonna learn karate the exact same day they walk
Yeah.
in. They're gonna learn how to kick. No, I'm gonna show them
Yeah.
how to wax on and wax off first.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Yeah,
defense.
that's why
Paint the
I
fence.
I got 2 chairs back there.
You know
And
what I
be-
mean?
Every now and then I get somebody I show them.
Yeah.
But first, can you draw?
Right.
Okay, yes, you can draw. Cool. I can show you how. I'll show you how to tattoo, but you got to tattoo yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's them 2 things. When
Yeah.
you do them 2, oh man, you in there.
You in there?
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're not gonna mess yourself up too much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you tattoo yourself first, then you got confidence.
Mm-hmm. You're
know
gonna
what
make
I'm
sure you
saying?
don't put regerts on your arm.
Yeah. You gonna come with something dope on that mug. Man.
Right.
So,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my 2 requirements. You know what I'm saying? So what requirements you got for somebody to see if they serious about actually learning? Because I know you don't want nobody to waste your time. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And that pissed me off.
Mhm.
Wasting my time. I'm trying to teach you something that I'm passionate about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Are you passionate about this?
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to do your little T-shirts, right? Right.
Yeah.
All you doing little T-shirt thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to do that, right? But what are you trying to really do? You trying to make a little bit of money real quick because you got a quick idea. You know, you want to put "it's lit" or "period" on a
Yeah.
shirt or whatever. That's gonna fade out, just like
Yeah.
YOLO did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna fade. But what
Mhm.
are you gonna do that's gonna be long lasting? So that's the first thing that I always, when anybody ever asks me how to do this, because I get asked a lot, and I don't mind sharing information,
Yeah.
because nobody would share information with me when I first started this.
Yeah.
I had to find a lot of stuff out on my own. So people come to me, I'll tell them stuff. Because the thing is, the game is free.
Yeah.
It's the hustle that's going to cost you.
Right.
How much you willing to pay, time-wise, etc., to make that hustle happen. So I'll tell you whatever, you know. But the first thing is this your passion or is this something you're just trying to do?
Yeah.
You trying to make a living out of this? Do you want this to last 10, 20 years or whatever? Dapper Dan been around for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Brother old. He been doing this since he was in his 20s. He's still here,
Yeah.
still doing fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to be Dapper Dan? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you just trying to do something real quick? So that's the other thing. That's the first thing to me.
Yeah.
Requirement.
Yeah, I like Dapper Dan's story too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He used to just take the pieces and just make his own pieces.
Make his own stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Just go and cut they shit all the
Right.
way up and make his own stuff.
Right.
Like, man, you cold.
You cold. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, like, for our people, we got to realize, like, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, they could have got mad at him, but instead they hired him.
Yeah. Well, they did get mad at first because his shop
Yeah.
got raided.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
His shop got raided.
They was thinking he was bootlegging it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they didn't realize he was buying y'all stuff and cutting it up.
He was
And then
recycling their
just-
stuff.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what he was doing.
Yeah, I think he did do a little monogramming himself from time to
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
I don't know how much he did,
Yeah.
but for the most part, he was recycling their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then later on, they put out stuff that was like his.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And they're like,
See how it
yo,
work?
hold on.
You know
Y'all
what I'm
can't
saying?
just
See
raid that
how it
man's
work?
joint 20 years
Yeah.
ago and then come back and then
Yeah, they did. That's how it worked.
they had to bring him on.
You know what I'm saying? They did Kanye the same way. They tried to put the Yeezys back out, some old
Mhm.
designs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Take the Yeezy name off of it. That wasn't
Uh-huh.
going to fly.
yeah, see, that's what they do to us. That's why, like, for our culture, you know what I'm saying, I think it's just best to do the research, take
Mhm.
our time, and come with our own stuff.
And come with our own
You know what I'm
stuff.
saying? Like the Lonzo Ball, the Ball brothers.
Mhm.
They had the Triple B stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was all them.
Yep.
But it was just, they had to get it together. They didn't have the technology. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So that part do cost a little bit.
That do cost,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So we just got to get it together and get our own stuff together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's some dope people. Perry Co Shoes, black woman
Mhm.
from out of Indiana. She was in Chicago for a long time.
Yeah.
She created her own shoe that
Yeah.
did really well. Now she's out in LA. She left Chicago last year, went to LA, and she's still doing well. But she really studied,
Yeah.
had a mentor and everything. But she made some dope shoes. So if y'all listening, Perry Co Shoes,
Yeah.
black woman out of Chicago by way of Indiana. But yeah,
Okay,
she's
for sure.
she's really dope. But yeah, I would love to do that one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be dope.
Yeah. Nah, because I could see you doing it, man. And that, you know what I'm saying, with the T-shirts and the shoes matching, coordinating.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, I could see that
Got
for
to
you.
coordinate.
Yeah. I could definitely see that. You know what I'm saying? Having the mannequins that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the shoes, shirt matching, same, you know what I'm saying, paint specs. And
Yeah.
wearing colors, you know what I'm saying? I could see you doing
Yeah,
that. for
yeah,
sure, bro.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, I look forward to
Yeah.
it, too.
In the meantime, I might bootleg some Chucks or something though.
Yeah,
throw some-
because that's what a lot of tattoo artists do.
Yeah.
They just paint on the shoes.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like my homeboy, he actually dope with it. He be painting flowers and shit on the shoes.
Mhm.
I damn near want a pair for the summer,
Uh-huh.
for the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You like Chucks?
Nah, he be doing like ones.
Oh, Air Force Ones. Yeah.
But I mean,
I
he'll
see that a
paint
lot too.
anything
Air Force
for you.
Ones. Yeah.
Yeah. He'll
Yeah.
paint anything for you. And then, y'all forgot back in the day, I cut up some Louis Vuitton and Gucci and put them on my ones.
Yeah.
Man, them motherfuckers was fresh.
I bet they
I
was.
think, I think I still got them somewhere, man. On the real,
Man,
them
you got to
motherfuckers
post
was fresh.
those.
Yeah. Nah, I posted them on the Facebook.
Oh, for real?
I forgot about that shit. Man. 'Cause I fuck with the shoes too.
Yeah.
It's just like my style. I don't really like. I like not plain, but you know what I'm saying, like just small stuff.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying, not too much. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, like the shirt you got on, cool. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, I fuck with that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, but like I don't like all the big faces and
Yeah, the
bright
gaudy
colors
stuff
and
is
all
not
that
always
shit.
it. Just
Yeah.
depends on what you're doing with it, but sometimes just simple is better.
Yeah.
And either way it go, you can really still tell a story. I like
Yeah,
to be able to
yeah.
tell. If you look at the majority of my stuff, I could pretty much tell you how that shirt came about,
Yeah.
the story behind it,
Yeah. That's
what that
dope.
whole thing
Yeah.
means, and everything for the most part, except for some basic tees, but everything
Yeah.
has a meaning.
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
this, I'm an artist.
Right.
Fresh culture for the arts. this collection of me doing these shirts is just an ode to creatives.
Yeah.
You know, because to me, creatives run the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's podcasts, tattoos, artists, music,
Yeah.
muralists, painters, directors,
Yeah. You
show
design it.
writers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Musicians. We run. If it wasn't for creative people, a lot of this stuff
Yeah.
wouldn't be going on. And I actually thought about doing a podcast called that, Creatives Run the World.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't know. I might do. I don't know. I might
Man,
still
we
do
can
it.
still get it
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Creators Run the World just interviewed just tons of different types of creators.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Cause like y'all, I don't think like a lot of people I interview realize exactly what they're doing and how special it is. You know what I'm saying? Especially in these times, cause you basically creating your own lane, and then you opening a lane up for others to come behind you. You know what I'm saying? Which we really need right now.
Yeah.
You know, mothers don't even know what to do for a living no more.
Yeah.
Everybody want a TikTok or YouTube star,
Yeah.
which probably ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
very hard to get
But
there.
everybody need clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody need clothes, man. Straight up,
Yeah.
always them wore clothes since Eve tricked Adam.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
You know what
God
I'm
said,
saying?
who told you was naked?
Put that leaf on.
Yeah. Ever since then, we done needed some clothes, man.
Yeah,
So,
man.
you know what I'm saying? That's very important what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I commend you on that again.
Appreciate it,
my brother.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. So you want to tell the people where we can find you at, the website, and order your
Which one?
clothes?
Right there?
Yeah, you right
Okay.
there. Yep.
Afresh Culture, that's AFRESH culture.com. Social media is at Afresh Culture. I have a YouTube channel too, but it don't really do too much. I don't do too much on there
Yeah.
anymore. But it's Afresh Culture as well. Some stuff might pop up on every now and then. But yeah, freshculture.com is where you find all the music. There's music on there too, but all the clothes.
Yeah.
But there's another thing I do. I put up playlists
Okay.
on my website, and you can get to the playlist like to Apple Music or to Spotify, and there's different playlists, just things that inspire me or what have you.
Okay, yeah.
That you
keeping
can go and
people
just bump,
engaged.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. Just a little something extra just to give people free
Yeah.
playlists. There's a mixtape on there that my homeboy did for me, King Size Vet, did a
Okay.
whole '90s hip hop mixtape
Yeah.
for me that I hosted. It's really dope. It's a free download on my website as well. But yeah, man, that's where you can go. My boy Lewis, his clothing story studios, you can also get on my website.
Okay.
And
for
there's
sure.
some sneakers on there too. Not a whole lot, but there's some sneakers on there as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But little resale sneaker stuff like that. But yeah, man, that's where you can find me at.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Man. Yes,
Yeah.
sir, man. I appreciate you.
Man,
Man.
thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. It's been a blessing, man.
Appreciate it big
Close
time,
real
man.
quick. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I want to thank y'all for stopping in the Tattoo Room Unfiltered once again. Had TaeBrooks on the couch. I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation. I want y'all to live as long as y'all want and never want as long as y'all live. Plenty much love to the next time. Get that big black on it.
That's dope, man.
Damn,